fucking smoked it. That thing went away so fast. It was like TCP's going pretty good. TCP is pretty good. We're gonna have it's gonna be a fun show. It's gonna be a fun show.
Yeah, well, we're going to need you to catch up. Blowing us off for a volleyball game last week.
They almost blew you up for one today. Yeah. Only made it because I got knocked out. Lost.
I don't know. I've seen women's volleyball on Olympics. I might skip hanging out with you guys to go watch that.
Right? That's one reason I still play it. It's just what?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Ladies.
Are you done?
We're just getting started. Oh, why am I logged out? Please say I got banned. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Alright.
Did you get banned from Reset Era?
Oh, Twitch. It's all like, hey, we're going to go ahead and knock you out. I'm like, okay. All right. I think we're good. Are we good?
All good here.
Yes, sir.
That's fun.
Wrong.
All good in the hood, dog?
Like, if I were to keep eating my Crunchwrap during the show, would we be mad at me?
No. Might pick up one or two of those fetish people, but,
Oh, so it actually might help us. Okay, yeah, man. I know some people in the community. I didn't know we wanted to branch out that far. No, man. I'll bring them in. Right now.
I mean, we could be the first podcast / mukbang, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could get wild. How far are we willing to go? Yo, wow, take your shoes off and put your feet in the camera. We'll branch out real quick.
And we are
I'll eat
live.
some spicy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Griffcast, episode number 60, the mature nerdy podcast for immature people. The show where we talk about any and all things nerds, from comic books, video games, movies, computer technology, and or science. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Griff Moore, and everybody else. Oh, man.
Well, that kind of happened perfect timing. I was in the middle of a game. We were almost done. Like, all right, perfect timing. By the time I end this game, you should be good. The game literally crashed.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That's what you get, though. That's what you get, man. You knew the show was starting. That's what you get.
I mean, it was like perfect timing. As soon as Griff started his intro, the game literally crashed.
Man, I hope you were having the best game of your life, man. I hope your KD was just 6.0. You had a 6.0 KD. Just getting it, and all of a sudden,
Look, I'm gonna tell on myself. My best KD is probably like I might kill one dude every 5 lives. So because I have other things to do than live on Call of Duty for 6 weeks and be like, I found the newbie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man, that is a fantastic point, man. That's why I stopped playing COD, man. Dude, there was a time when I went in COD, I was like, high up in the rankings, like within the top 100. Just because I had the life to live that. I had the life to be there and just play 24/7. I didn't have to do anything. Fucking up in school, just mooching off the parents. Shit was good, man.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
What mic are you using?
Me? Am I
Yeah.
a lot different?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're echoey.
A little different than normal. Yeah.
God damn it.
That's why I was just like, wait a minute, like he doesn't sound like we have an imposter. The imposter CD.
Is it like super echoey, man? Like, the fuck?
I mean, it's not
I
too
mean,
bad. It just sounds like you're in an empty room.
Damn, that's okay. What if?
It sounds like you're using a headset mic.
Yeah, like a $20 headset mic.
Did that change anything?
Yeah.
Now I can
you're
barely
like
hear you.
super.
Why are you trying to whisper in my ear? Dinner and a movie first.
You said you could barely hear me, or how about now?
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's good
better.
now.
That'll work.
Okay, getting better.
Getting better or a lot better? Should I be louder?
Oh,
You're good right
a
there.
lot better now. Yeah, you're
Yeah, on a list of top 10 things we should have done before the podcast, this is somewhere up at the top.
Well, they didn't. You didn't give me a chance. All right, I'm gonna move it up like 4 more ticks. 1 more tick right there. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
It's
All
perfect.
right. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Sounds juicy.
I can.
You
Yeah,
are
I think
good.
I realized before the show, like I don't think it was using my headset as like the default communication device. I was like, God damn it, Windows, why are you doing this to me? Why are you trying to fuck stuff up?
Did you do an update? Because it does it to me every update.
No, I really, to be honest, I hadn't like actually checked since I built the new rig, and I've been on Windows 11. I haven't really gone through and fine-tuned that part, and that's on a little bit on me. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck. Fuck everybody else.
Hey, is it working though? Are you not melting?
I mean, is it working now?
Oh my goodness.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. Talk about it later.
yeah, that's
You want
coming.
to talk about it now? You want to talk about it now?
It's
We can
coming.
talk about it later.
It's coming.
Where's John?
Oh, just as FYI, I have yet to see Black Adam.
Okay, we can
it's
talk.
fine.
We can talk spoiler free. We can talk spoiler free.
Okay.
All right.
We haven't even gotten there yet, man. Look, can we start the show? We're still in the warm up roundabouts of the daily living, man. We haven't even gotten there. That's like topic number 4. We're not even on 1 yet. We're on like 0.5. We're still starting.
Yeah, I mean-
See, I told you TCP's gonna have fun. I smoked my first mix drink. I straight fucking smoked it.
All right, where's
Dude,
my
I
mute
made
button
that-
so I can get there quick?
God,
No, he just
it was like 4 shots worth of whiskey.
Annihilated
4 shots worth of whiskey. I made that dish like 20 minutes ago, and I was like, I got time for 2, and just smoked it.
So he wasn't
Yeah,
going to make it for
get one.
because of Volleyball game. He was going to make it because he couldn't find the freaking microphone.
The whiskey bar probably helped with a little bit of that. That's probably why I had some issues. Anyway, sorry. Don't let me interrupt your show. Please
No.
continue. Good sir.
I mean, the only thing I've done this week, besides work, is work on a couple Magic decks and see Black Adam. So I've had a little time to think about it, and my personal review on it is not going to change too much. But we'll jump into that in a minute. We'll let TCP finish his crunch wrap. But what about you guys? What have you guys been getting into?
That's just same old stuff, man.
Yep. Same old stuff. Working. More working. Feels like I'm always working.
I have been just fucking up Gotham Knights. It has been ruining my life for the past week. It grabbed hold pretty hard, and it's been steady going. It's been holding on to my life pretty good.
Yeah.
I have kind of gone back a little bit because I have the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I got that when it came out.
Hmm.
And I played Andromeda recently because I was like, I'll give it another chance. I'll put mods on it, see if it's any fun. And I had a lot of fun. So I'm like, let me go play the original. So I'm playing the original again, and I'm really appreciating it again. Like, the end of the third one ruined it for me. And it's like, oh, if you put enough mods into it, I can fall in love again. This is great.
Yeah. Solid, you still on that music grind?
Oh, you know it, man. I'm always trying to put out as many as I can, but I'm always working on more songs than what I release. But you know how that goes.
Why are you being a creeper?
That's what I'm good at.
He's literally just standing here in the background. I just saw just the top of his head, like right here, and his eyes. And I was like, what is that?
Oh, hi.
Yeah, creeper number 2.
Yes.
I mess with you,
Trying
though.
to-
Like, Some eyes pop up over the top of the desk, you know.
What?
I'm going back to the church.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
let's
Okay.
let's hear about this
Yeah.
Black Adam review.
No, Griff has one too.
Yep.
Oh, we're not leaving yet.
You're not leaving yet?
Yeah.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
All right.
Can you do that, but
Oh. All right. And she's far enough away for us to resume the unfamily friendliness. All right, so yeah, so I'll give my point of view here. You see, we'll put TCP on a timer on that crunch wrap. So
Shoot fast, man.
all right, so I saw Black Adam on Black Adam on Wednesday, and overall I enjoyed it. Like, I'm not going to give it a perfect score. It's not a great movie, but there were a lot of good redeeming factors about it. First one being is that they didn't try too hard. Nothing was forced except for some of the dialogue in the end, which reminded me a lot of how Wonder Woman was in the end. Like it was
Which one?
The first.
Okay.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of the first Wonder Woman.
Okay.
The fact that
Right.
the overall movie was good, but it had some moments that you're like, I've seen better on Sci-Fi Channel specials.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I did
It's
enjoy
just kind
it.
of disappointing because the very end of Wonder Woman is fantastic until you get to like that last 3 or 4 minutes of the fight scene, and you're like, oh god.
Mm-hmm. And like, if you shut off the dialogue, like, the movie's great.
Yeah, that's bad. No dialogue, perfect.
I think like my biggest complaint besides the dialogue was Dr. Fate, and Pierce Brosnan was an amazing Dr. Fate. Like, hands down, like, perfect voice, perfect acting. I thought he was great. The problem is that apparently they didn't read the source material of Dr. Fate, and there were every time that they panned to him, he was taking the helmet off. Every scene that they panned over to Dr. Fate, he was taking the helmet off. Every single one. Like, they sometimes pan to him just for him to take the helmet off, and then they pan to somebody else. And it's like,
I spent a lot of money on that shot. They got to get it in, you know.
yeah, I mean,
Well,
so
here's my thing.
Here
Like,
comes-
did Pierce Brosnan be like, I want more of my face on screen? Like, let me take this shit off. Did he get in like the Mandalorian fight with them?
I don't know. But I mean, it could have been like, hey, we're just going to bank on Pierce Brosnan's, 80-year-old pretty face.
So I believe it was Warner Brothers, studio executives. See, like it's coming back to the same thing. Why Ryan Reynolds had to fight so hard to have Deadpool made? Because if Ryan Reynolds had his way, he would never would have taken the mask off. As soon as he became Deadpool, he never would have taken it off. So it comes back to the same fight where, the producers and executives and everything, like, we're paying so much money for Pierce Brosnan, we're gonna show his fucking face. If we're gonna have him, we're gonna show his face. And I do think he killed that role, but you are so right. Like, he was more playing the host than he was playing Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
And just like, I mean, after a while, Kent, like through some of the, other movies and other things that I've seen, like when, Kent, he understands, like, he has to be Dr. Fate. He has to wear the helmet. He knows, they have that really good relationship. He wants to do it. But Dr. Fate and Kent are not the same person.
Yeah.
They're not the same, and they tried to touch on that. They're like, oh, he's literally gets possessed. And I'm like, no. Dr. Fate was not in that movie. Kent looking like Dr. Fate was in the movie.
I can see that.
And
Sorry, my bad. we were
Here's
just
a-
spoiler free. My bad. Wow, that's a little bit on blast.
it's okay. There is a little bit of body horror when it comes to Dr. Fate. Like, you have to acknowledge that as part of the hero riff. It's like, oh, he's really good. Oh, you're doing what to be able to do this? Like, who do you want to sacrifice to the magic god to keep you safe?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
like, overall, though, like, like TCP said, like, I mean, he killed the role. He absolutely did.
I think Pierce Brosnan is usually pretty good in anything he does.
It's Pierce
I
Brosnan.
mean, he can be in a pretty shit movie, and it's like, okay, Pierce Brosnan's in it. Okay.
Yeah. I honestly think that they should have, with the way that they did Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, I really think that they should have doubled down on more of the comic book look. Like, put a wig on
With
his
the
head.
hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I actually probably would have been against it. I would not have been against it. You know, it probably would have worked. It definitely would have worked. You know?
I don't think
I
he
think,
would have known what to do if he had a wig on his head.
I've seen mock-ups of it, and
I don't think that man looks right with hair anymore. I'm
I
sorry.
was about to say, like,
That's fair.
you've seen
That's a very-
him
that's a very
for
fair
way
statement.
too long without hair. Him
You
having
want
a
to give
wig
him
on
a
there, like,
goatee or some shit, or like, you know, something weird, but like cool. But
No.
I can't see that man with hair no more.
Not even a goatee. Oh, the goatee is worse. The goatee is worse for me.
I think at one point he did have a goatee.
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
Google, help me.
Yeah, I
But
kind
I-
of liked his look in what was that movie, Faster? Did anybody see that?
Oh, I did see Faster.
Yeah.
Where he was just going through a wrecking shop, like he came back.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Ye-
It's a vengeance story with Dwayne Johnson, where like
Mhm.
he just shows up and he's like, "You," and he just pulls the gun and starts shooting. Like he doesn't have a conversation. He doesn't beat him up. He doesn't ask him why. He's just like, "You're gonna die." Bang bang. That's it.
Yeah, I
And that's
think
all he does.
honestly, I really fell in love with his acting on the serious side with an old like straight to TV movie that he did, where he comes in and he's like an ex-military vet, and he's in this like he's in this city or this town in the boonies, and like he's the new sheriff in town,
Oh, Walking
Walk the line.
Tall.
walking,
Walking
tall.
Tall.
Yeah.
Walking Tall. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite movies.
I would like to retract my statement
About the goatee, right?
about the goatee. I will
Yeah, I
retract
told
my
you.
statement about the goatee. Shit.
Well, you about to have a wet
I would,
dream,
I,
bro.
will, I will, I will ride the fuck out of that goatee. Jesus, good for you, bud.
Yeah, I told you.
But
They have a
overall,
little
so,
faith sometimes.
outside of those two issues, like the story wasn't top notch, but it didn't have to be. It's a Black Adam story. It's a Shazam story.
My thing is like I haven't seen it, so from an outside perspective, somebody who knows enough about the comic books to know how the fuck are you going to tell this story without Shazam?
So they kind of get to that. They kind of
I
get
mean,
to that
yeah.
a little bit.
they're getting there. Like,
So
As long as it's kind of addressed, it's like that's been my only question from the start. Like, okay, you haven't brought in Shazam. How in the hell is this going to function?
right.
I will give them a little bit of credit because they are trying to take the same steps that the MCU have done. I honestly hate comparing the two because they both need to be their own different beasts, and because DC has tried to elevate their game to where the MCU is as fast as possible, like creating the Justice League out of nowhere, without having any of the backstories.
Yeah.
That was their downfall, and so now they are trying to kind of revert and start from the beginning. So Black Adam is kind of their start. They're introducing things, but not too quickly. So, and also Shazam, one of the after credits scenes for Shazam, they shows them all sitting down, and they're like, oh, there's an extra chair. Who's that for? Oh, it's Black Adam. Duh. I totally forgot where I was gonna go with this. Holy fucking shit.
Well, I mean, using the Marvel method that was to enhance the DC EU or whatever they're going to call it now, it's not a bad idea, but you have to have a different tone. You can't have that, serious with like a little Joss Whedon plucky shit on the side unless it's like Shazam or something. Like you've got to be very tonally consistent with these characters, which means Batman's going to have to be pretty fucking dark. And
So
that last Batman movie wasn't bad. I'm sorry, that was a pretty good Batman movie.
it was I enjoyed it. The Batman.
Yes.
He's talking
So,
about with
But that's
not
something
part
I
of the DC.
brought up is they're actually bringing back. Rumor is they're actually bringing back.
Affleck. He's
Affleck.
getting a trilogy.
I'm in. I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
See, but
And I hate to say that because like I picked on him too when they're like, yeah, Affleck's gonna be Batman. I'm like, what the fuck's he gonna do? Daredevil me? Like that's all I had, And then he shows up and I'm like, this is the only man who's working on screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am a big fan of Batfleck.
Batfleck.
I am.
That's,
Man, like,
that's what he's called. He's called Batfleck.
Batfleck.
We knew that.
He redeemed his fucking self from Daredevil. I'm sorry, like
yeah.
motherfucker
Like,
killed it.
Everyone
he-
needs a redemption story.
And the funny part is he was that good of a Batman. He was that good of a Batman in 2 really crappy movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or 3 really crappy movies.
Which-
And because he had Batman v Superman, Justice League.
I don't count Suicide Squad.
Oh,
He showed
yeah.
up for like 2 minutes. So
Yeah.
yeah. So then what's your third?
So
Snyder
I mean,
Cut where he threw it
we're
down.
not- You think Ben will do better now he's with J-Lo again? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Is he going to put a ring on it? He's gonna put a ring on it.
That's what I was gonna say about Black Adam. I remember where I was going with Black Adam now.
All right, yeah. Where are you going?
You're talking about the plot. So the plot had me for like, I guess it's a little bit of good and bad, but like, I think it was bad because the plot, plot was good. They were, trying to be spoiler free. After this object and everything, and like I felt the movie was too long for what it was. Because like
I can agree a little bit on that.
It had been a good amount of time. It had almost been like 2 hours, or at least I felt like I was sitting there for 2 hours, and then stuff happened. It felt like they were wrapping the movie up, and I'm just like, wait, what was the whole point of the fucking object that we were fighting over this whole goddamn time? They literally just swept it under the fucking rug, and it took them like another 10 minutes.
Suicide Squad and
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was the point of this movie? This movie had a plot for a little bit, and then they just abandoned it. And then I got upset, and I was like, what? That's dumb. And then like 10 minutes later, they're like, oh, actually, twist. And I was just like, okay, I'm glad you didn't just like drop the fucking ball for that. But now we have like 40 more minutes worth of movie. And then
Yeah. It's like overall though, I did have fun with it. The one thing I think the one thing that was refreshing is that it was the first comic book movie we've had in 3 years that wasn't preaching at us over political identity craps.
it
It's like kind of a miracle in itself.
it was a different type of politics, though. Just like,
They had the
do we interfere with foreign relations?
yeah, I mean there was that side of it, but it wasn't, hey, you're evil for the way you were born. We didn't get that crap.
Yeah.
So, which was beat into my forehead for the 20 minutes before the movie started.
Talking about the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, it was the trailers, the old 20 till. Because we got there, like, our movie was at like 6:30. We got there at like 6. So, and it was just nonstop back to back to back to back to back on just political identity or identity politics. Wow. Just nonstop beating into my forehead for like 20 minutes. I almost got up and left. I'm just like, gosh, how much more of this crap can I take? And
Text me when the
how
movie
real
starts.
do you want me to get?
Speaking about like when the movie starts, the voiceover for the beginning of that movie for Black Adam was horrendous. Did anybody else feel that?
it was.
I'm sorry.
That was probably the one forced part where the
That was so
Shazam,
bad.
where the Shazam was voicing it over.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the voiceover in the beginning was, I was like, dude, this is unbearable. I don't know who they got to do this. Like, he is
Well,
just, it's forced. It's so forced, and it just sounds like, he's like it's also like too fast, and it's just like, you're trying to like,
I
trying
think
to
they
fill
were
in
trying
too
to
much
get
of
it
the
going.
blanks.
I think they were trying to get
So-
it going. Like,
so what you're telling me is that they have a consistent pacing issue.
a little bit,
And
not
just-
not a lot. I felt like, I mean, overall, like I said, like I enjoyed the movie. It was a fun popcorn flick. I think it's totally worth seeing,
Yes, I will agree with those statements.
and I don't regret seeing it. Unlike the last
Also
like
true.
10 Marvel movies that have come out. Besides, the one made by Sony.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just
No, Shang-Chi was worth seeing. Shang-Chi was definitely worth seeing.
Shang-Chi was worth seeing, but like, I mean, I hate to say this, but like Shang-Chi had such a small impact on how I see the MCU. Like that would have been a great movie to like sell Disney Plus to people.
It had a small impact until you see everything. So that's
Well, see, the thing is,
that was the thing. Like
I would have
like the
given
rings-
that movie a solid 8 out of 10 if they didn't force it into the MCU.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, that's my only complaint. Like, it doesn't seem like it fits. Like,
the rings. No, the rings are gonna play a huge part because like you see like when like the
that
in
emblem.
Quantumanium. Yeah, in Ant-Man Quantumanium, like you see like when Kang's coming down from his castle in the quantum realm, it's made out of the 10 rings.
well, you also have to
See,
remember,
it's
like,
a
this is
small
the
piece
first
of the
time that
bigger
you have had
picture.
an MCU come in dry. Like, since the first time, since like Phase 1, have you had an MCU movie who hasn't had a guest from like an established property or a cameo or something that ties into the larger narrative where they get incorporated, and Shang-Chi didn't get any of that shit.
But that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
The 10 rings was the incorporation.
Yeah, so like you're talking about like I view Phase 4. Oh wait, is it Phase 4 or are we in Phase 5 right now? It's Phase 4.
See, my only
We're still
problem
in
with Shang-Chi...
the end of Phase 4. So the end of half. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk real quick. So the end half of Phase 4 is like the beginning of Phase 1. Where Phase 1, like all these movies, they were just so random. They really didn't tie into each other except for like the small little cameo and like in like the end credits and so on and so forth. And Shang-Chi had that as well. So like,
Shang-Chi had the end part just fine, but I
Yeah,
felt like he needed
the same
somebody to
thing.
pop up.
So
Well,
I mean, if you're looking at the first Iron Man movie and you're looking at the first Captain America, the first Avenger, like they had no correlation whatsoever until like their end credit scenes. They were set in the background, set in the story, and that's kind of like what the end of Phase 4 is trying to do. They're creating a new saga. They're not. They're creating a new saga, and we are now entering the multiverse saga.
They have created a pattern where if they deviate from it, now everybody who watches it notices. Well, why is that different now? Why does this feel?
Well,
so
it's part of the same pattern. That's what I'm trying to say. They have created a pattern where in the first phase of the saga, it's not really so much correlated. There's not really too much great connection until we start getting down the line. And the end of
But
it, you start
everything's
seeing
been correlated
pieces.
for like the last 10 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In Phase 2 and Phase 3, in the beginning of Phase 4, yes, everything is a smash. But now we're creating a new saga. We are entering a new saga. We are now leaving the Infinity Saga and moving in towards a new saga. So now they are creating, again, the small little bits and pieces, the tiny little puzzle
Yeah, but
pieces.
it's they're doing it. Their pacing is off. Like the overall story.
It's the same pacing as it was in the first beginning of the Phase 1. It's the same.
I'll give you that.
Okay,
But,
hold on.
You had to sell people in Phase 1 that this could work, and you had to get the normies on board. The normies are on board. The normies don't want to like sit there and go, okay, I've seen this shit before. Let's go. You've got the impatient people on board.
I understand that, and I know exactly where you're coming from. And like I'm looking at it as waves. So like Phase 1, picked up, and 2 and 3, and then 4, and now it's coming back down. It's like it is creating waves, and you're right, it's creating waves. But as soon as Quantumanium comes out, which is I believe still part of Phase 4, and just wrapping up Phase 4, it's gonna bring all the puzzle pieces in together, and you're like, oh shit. I mean, if you've already seen the trailer for Ant-Man Quantumanium, it's like, oh shit's about to get fucking real. It's about to get real as fuck. Can I point out, Jonathan Majors is fucking putting in the fucking work. He's putting in fucking work right now. Outside of the MCU, this man is putting in fucking work. I want to shout out my praises to Jonathan Major.
Where's my mute button?
He is putting in the map.
God bless you.
And that wasn't even me. What up?
No, I'm fucking with you. I'm muting myself. Man, he's putting in all those work. He's got Devotion coming out. He's got Creed 3. Have you seen him in Creed 3? Dude looks fucking evil monster. Just evil. I really haven't seen many of the Rockies, and I haven't seen any of the Creeds, but I'm about to start the entire franchise just so I'm caught up for Creed 3. Jonathan Majors is putting in massive
I'm pretty
amounts
sure
of
that
work
we can all
right now.
agree when it comes to the MCU that it should have ended with the Infinity War, right? Are we in agreement on that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
I definitely am.
No,
I will grant you that like No Way Home can be the after trailer scene for like the MCU. I will give you that.
No, I'm so excited. I am patient. I am a patient person.
So like the
In
only
most,
thing,
in most
like,
things, I'm patient.
10 Rings was all right. Like I said, if it didn't feel so shoehorned into the whole thing.
Black Widow can eat dust. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Black Widow was trash. We can all agree. Let's
Black
move
Widow
on.
can eat dust. The point of Black Widow was to introduce the Helena,
Or whatever her name was, and also Red
Taskmaster.
Guardian. Red Guardian.
And I'm fine with her.
Red Guardian and Taskmasters will be in Thunderbolts. That's right. It was bringing those characters for Thunderbolts.
Oh yes,
That's-
Taskmistress. Yeah, nobody wanted that.
Everyone watched Black Widow and was like, "Oh, this movie's trash. It's got nothing to do with the MCU." And now we're looking at it, and now we have three of the characters in the Thunderbolts movie. Oh,
Not
okay.
gonna lie.
Look
Not
at
gonna
that.
lie.
Oh,
I didn't
see,
even know they
bigger
were doing
picture.
a Thunderbolts movie.
Bigger picture. Man, we knew that thing was coming. We knew it was coming. We knew a Thunderbolts movie. They had announced that they were working. There was rumors that they were working on Thunderbolts before the
Yeah,
Black
it's got a
Widow
Lane
movie
from
dropped.
Seinfeld or something in it. I think she's gonna like. I think her and Kramer are gonna try to take over the world
my
with a superhero
goodness.
team. So at
Oh
some
my
point, like he's gonna
goodness.
come through the door and he's
All
like, "What's up, my?"
All right, so overall, I'm gonna give Black Adam like a 6.5 out of 10. Like,
Ooh, that's. I was gonna give it a little bit more than that, and you
I'm
sound like
only
you
giving
enjoyed it more than me.
I think I'm just being fair with it.
Since you guys have seen it, can I ask one of the more important questions? How is my boy Aldous Hodge?
Oh, he annihilated that role. He annihilated that
Yeah.
role. Oh, I was I was a little bit biased.
Let's just say by the end of
Going
the
in
movie,
beforehand,
his shoulders are hurting.
he carried that shit.
Yeah.
See, he's a
Alright,
good
so
actor.
then that's
like,
a watch for sure.
yeah,
A watch.
He gets so
definitely
much
carried that
bad writing, and but he was really good in The Invisible Man or whatever the hell that shit was like a couple years ago. The
the horror movie?
The Blumhouse movie where they made the Invisible Man. Yeah,
Man, I've noticed Aldous Hodge ever since he was in Supernatural, like fucking decades ago. He had there was in Supernatural he killed Sam and everything. Like there's a couple scenes with him, or like he was in a couple episodes.
Now you got me
and I was
gotta go back and watch that because I don't remember him there.
Oh yeah, he killed. He was it the first time Sam died?
yeah,
I think it was. It was the first time Sam died, and like
he was the
killed-
soldier that was stupid strong.
Yeah, and he killed Sam. I was like, ooh, I like this guy, dude. He killed Sam, and like Sam came back to life. He was like, "What are you doing alive? I severed your spine. You should be fucking dead." And I was like, I hope there are great things in the future for this guy. Sorry, we have been on this topic for a long time.
Yeah.
I can tell you what to continue.
About a half an hour. So we're gonna speed through a couple of these. So I mean, what's your overall score there, CP?
For Black Adam,
Yeah,
I would have gone 7, like a 7.3.
We can agree on a 7.
Okay.
Totally worth seeing. Absolutely. If you're a fan of the DCU, totally worth seeing.
If you just want to see Carnage, he was fucking people up.
Dude, that last one. Oh. I'm like, there he is. That's Black Adam.
Damn, I'm going to go see this bad boy tomorrow.
It's worth it. It's worth.
So when's it coming to HBO Max again?
December, I think.
Oh, it might.
Deal.
Yeah.
So they've been averaging like an average of 3 months from theatrical release. It all depends on its continued success. And if it breaks, I think it's 500 million. It will be technically in profit territory, which means there could be a sequel.
Yeah.
Because Johnson is fighting for a sequel. Like he's been.
I don't blame him. I mean, if it's half as solid as you guys are making it out to be, it's a good jump point to start off from instead of Ezra Miller.
Yeah. It would have been a good point. They are trying to keep a lot of the DCEU that Snyder built. With Black Adam, it seemed like they were trying to keep a lot of the DCEU that Snyder built in place.
The biggest thing I'm curious about is who they're going to bring in to play Flash so they can do a Flashpoint and erase some of the characters.
They're still trying. They're still behind Ezra Miller.
Are you serious?
They're still behind him.
There's no way. There's no way.
I think they're still behind him.
I legitimately think at this point it's too expensive to reshoot him.
That's.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just gonna sit back and they're gonna wait because he hasn't been in the news. He hasn't been in the news for a while. Everyone's gonna start to forget. Everyone's gonna start to forget.
He's been in court.
I think they're gonna hold on. They're gonna hold on to the Flashpoint movie. They're gonna hold on to it.
Like, he started a freaking cult, and they were like getting ready to like start sacrificing people and shit. And
I have a feeling like, some of that's logistical too, because you had scenes with people that you probably can't get another schedule with. Michael Keaton, like I know he's in that movie. Like, who else was in there that maybe they can't realign if they reshoot him? And maybe the reason it hasn't come out is because they're sitting there talking about it, and the cheapest way to get him replaced in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Or maybe you keep him in for the first 20 minutes and have something happen and somebody replaces him and then you just go on about your business.
Can you reset your mic there?
You are snap, crackling, popping.
Yeah, you're in and out. I mean, overall, I mean, like, he's been more of a nuisance to society than Amber Heard is, and, you know, they completely erased her from Aquaman 2.
Yeah, completely. She got Thanos snapped.
Yeah. All right. So we'll pop through a couple of these real quick. All right. So Phil Spencer from Xbox has stated that Call of Duty will continue to ship on PlayStation as long as there is a PlayStation to ship it on. So,
I mean, honestly, when I went through,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, even on Amazon, for you to even get up, you can't get them on PlayStation website. You can't get them on. You have to be. It's invitation only on Amazon.
For what?
For the PS5.
Dude, I can walk into my GameStop and get one right now.
Can't find it online anyway.
As the entire world now flows to your GameStop. I also have
our whole whopping 2 active viewers.
I have a massive amount of doubt that you can just walk into your local GameStop and buy one.
Yeah, they had signs posted all over the wall saying, if you want a PlayStation, ask us. We have it in stock.
Yeah. I still think, I don't know. I mean, well, they did just, like, I felt like they were probably, like, stocking up and just released a massive
Like, I don't know if it's, like,
wave.
Gen 1 or if it's the Gen 2 with the...
I think it's the Gen 2. I think they just, like, built up the stock of the Gen 2 and released it all at once, because they said they were getting ready to ship, like, a 400% increase. There was, like, a 400% increase in PS5 stock.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, it could be possible now.
All right, CP, this one's for you. Nvidia is currently in hot water because the 4090s are melting because they did not tell people to go upgrade your power supply.
It's not the power supply.
It's not. So that was one of the issues I ran into. Like, I mean, that's one of the issues I saw was the power supply.
It's people think it's the power supply. It's not. It is and it isn't. There's a lot of shit going on.
It's
so, like,
the adapter they're using can't handle all the power from one rail within the power system, within the power supply. It needs to be spread out across multiple rails within the power supply.
I mean, I don't know. So one of the first things I heard was that people were having issues with the power supply adapter. So, like, you know, with mine, it's the 16 pin and it goes to 4 8 pin PCIe's. So it's a 16 to 4, or it's a 16 to 4 8s. So there was a lot of talk that they skimped on that and providing those to the customers or whoever was building those. They skimped on that, so those are apparently melting. Now they're saying that it could be the connector on the actual video card itself is faulty because, like, the connectors they were getting from Nvidia, the adapters they were getting from Nvidia, there's a lot of that. And then now there's talk that someone who had a 3.0 power supply, they were using a native 16 to 16 connector, and it melted as well. So everyone was just like, this shit's just going on. I am constantly just looking at my shit and just like, don't fucking melt, dude. Don't fucking melt.
Dude, like, they're going to have lawsuits on their hand.
It's apparently really fucking bad. And, like, I'm sitting here, I'm just like, dude, keep holding on really bad. So one of the other things that I heard about it is, like, a lot of because these things are fucking huge. It's a fucking
Work.
it's a fucking spaceship inside of my rig. If I can, I might fucking do it to show you. It's a fucking spaceship inside of my fucking rig. It's huge. I have a massive fucking case. I have like one of the biggest cases you can fucking buy on the market, and it's fucking huge. What are you doing? You count.
We counting. We count how many F's you can drop.
So anyway, people are saying because their cases are only so big, whatever. So one of the main problems with the adapters is bending the cable so that you can get it to fit.
Yeah.
Get it to fit properly. So that's what I think a lot of people
it's
have.
on the end, right? It's on the end. It's not on the side like usual, is it? Right?
No, it's in the same spot. It's in the same spot
Is it?
as
Okay.
I mean, I will
that's what I
move my
read.
camera and showed you. Actually, you know what? I need to turn off the fucking.
So from what I read and from what I've seen is that whenever you're putting in that connector, it's from what I saw is that it has a sleeve on it that kind of helps prevent it from bending forwards and backwards.
Oh, I can't do it.
But
Oh, well.
the side is what people are having an issue with, and it's literally like partially disconnecting the solder off of it, and that's what some of them are actually pretty much melting because of it.
I can see that. I mean, just poor manufacturing. I mean, that's what happens when you shit on EVGA.
Like the bitch is it's fucking huge. And I'm sitting there like, and so I remember like you talked to me like, so I got my vertical stand. It took him a while. It took him a fucking long time to give me this vertical stand.
What
But I got
channel
the
did you
vertical
put that in
stand.
there, Grizz? Or Mimic? All
Yeah, Walmart's got several different kinds. I looked at it
Yep. So Walmart's got PS5s in stock.
I don't want to run you wrong.
online.
Good luck.
Online.
They have the Forbidden West bundle, I think, on sale for less than $600.
Ooh, that's a sexy deal. I will
I
love it.
mean, all right, but yeah. So I mean, they're in hot water. Like, period. Like, there's lawsuits coming their way. Easy.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm sitting
just
there.
Just wait till it burns somebody's house down. When that happens, because they decided to go to work and they left their computer on, or left their game up and running while they ran to the store to go pick up their Mountain Dew and Doritos. Like,
Oh, Mountain Dew Doritos.
So
man.
I've had really good luck with mine, and I'm hoping it doesn't break. So like, I was telling you about the vertical stand, and like you made something like you told me like, oh, do you really want to use a vertical stand because you're going to lose a lot of your thermals or whatever, raise it. So like, I got the vertical stand, but like, I honestly don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch my rig at all. I don't want to move the video card. I got the video card holder like in place, and like that's good. I have great thermals. Like even when I'm gaming, this bitch doesn't break 50 degrees.
oh wait a
The
second.
4090.
Did you use you used the vertical stand? So
No, I got the vertical stand, but like, so I ordered the 4090 and the vertical stand at the same time. Like as soon as I secured the 4090, I was like, okay, I'm gonna order my vertical stand. And then some weird shit happened with Newegg shipping, and I didn't get it till like 2 weeks later. So like when I got the video card, I was like, do I want to wait for the vertical stand? I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in, because like I could tell from the shipping, I was like, this shit's fucked up. I'm not gonna get it for a long fucking time. And I didn't even get it for like 2 weeks until after I had already installed the video card. So where was I going with this? I fucking don't know. I'm drinking too much.
you're just answering the question of if you had a vertical stand or not.
I do have a vertical stand. I didn't use it, and then like I started like getting all the reports and everything, like, and I like realized why. I was like the cards, because like the cable being bent or whatever, and I was just like, I don't want to touch my shit. My shit's fucking working fine right now. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to take it out, and move it and like have like chance me bending the adapter. Yeah, just for any reason. I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking leave it. And like you had a point like about the thermals and everything, and I was like, I don't think I would have lost that much thermal, but like, I mean, it's fine right now. Like
if
even
it's only running a 50C, you're fine.
yeah, when I'm gaming, it's like at 50 degrees, and I'm just like, I'm not.
The only
touching
part
shit.
you have to worry about is if that adapter overheats. If the adapter overheats, then you're effed.
Right. So like, I mean,
But
I don't have like, that's why I loved EVGA's software. Like they had thermals on fucking everything.
Yeah.
They had it on like the GPU, the core itself. They had it on the
Yep.
connectors. They had it on like several different boards. Like they showed you the thermals for fucking everything. Their shit was good.
Yeah, well,
And-
it's not going to happen anymore. So
Yeah. I think they
shoulda, woulda.
actually did. They might have updated their stuff to incorporate the 4090s. I feel like they might have did it, but I don't know. But I'm using GPU Tweak 3 by Asus right now. I mean, shit's pretty good too. But it doesn't
check it out.
show you the in-depth thermals that EVGA was doing.
okay. I got some pretty good readings on the Radeon software. All right, so we're gonna skip ahead real quick. A couple of short things. So some Microsoft exec during one of their last board meetings dropped that they're expected to release Diablo 4 on April 2023. So happy news for me, which means that hopefully I'll get my next beta invite. I'll get in on the beta invite, maybe, hopefully. I've been on every one so far, but not 4, which is ticking me off. But hey, here we are. All right, so PlayStation apparently is getting PlayStation Plus is taking a hit with the premium memberships. Apparently, nobody's buying the upgraded packages; they're just buying the base product so that they can play online. That's been a
Sounds
consistent
about right.
thing. Yeah,
It's not worth it.
I mean, I read that they lost like 2 million subscribers.
I don't think it was. Yeah, they lost a lot of subscribers, but they didn't really lose anything on their baseline. So, and
They,
I don't know
they
if you
didn't
guys,
gain what they were hoping.
yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed or not when you've been logging into your PlayStation, because I have the mid-tier package. I log on to the mid-tier package within this last month, and they are dropping non-stop games on the mid-tier package, of like free to download games. Like almost everything in the Assassin's Creed era, which is, I want to go back and play some of those because I missed out on them. But I was, like I didn't get to play Odyssey or Origins, and I really wanted to play Odyssey. So, but yeah, now I can. I can play it for free. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth the extra like $2 a month that I'm paying.
Well, I'm sure it is. Like, if you're getting some use out of the games, then go for it. It's just, I don't get any use out of those. I've got all that stuff on PC.
Fair enough. All right.
You know, that's
so,
the danger when you do those old recycled games for incentives. Some people already have it in a different form, and they don't like, oh, whatever. I'm not going to fill
Yeah.
up my hard drive.
yeah, like
Oh.
I'll open up Steam and it'll be like, this game that you wanted like 2 years ago is on sale, and I'm like, oh, I've already played that on Game Pass, so I'll pass. Thank you.
Can I come back to a thing?
What's up?
So I just got curious, and yeah, Walmart does have PS5s in sale on their store, but those are scalpers.
All right.
Sorry, do you want me to add more to that?
I mean,
sorry,
I'm just wondering
they
how scalpers
because
are. I'm just wondering how scalpers are on Walmart website.
It's the same thing as Amazon and
Yeah,
Newegg.
you can still sell on there.
They
Oh,
have
okay.
third party sellers on there because I'm looking at it says it's just the Sony PlayStation 5 digital edition and they're selling this for $680. Yeah, that's not fucking right. That's a scalper,
No.
bud.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got the
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
got
there are
the-
some on there. There are scalpers. There's a couple that are like, okay, that's decently legitimate, and then some of them are like, nah, screw you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so scalpers might be a rough term. They are third party resellers.
They are the people that kill stores because they buy up all the stuff everybody wants and resell it for higher prices, thereby meaning, well, we're not going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, just be careful what you buy, people. We've been saying that on the show since day one. Be careful what you buy.
Yep, just because
All right.
it's available on somebody's website, you get like I say, like
As someone who worked at Toys R Us, I know what scalpers do to a business. It's bad.
Yeah. All right. So now I have 2 public service announcements to make. And they are tied in with each other. So, listen, people. I know people that are going to be playing God of War on Tuesday are the people with jobs and families and all that crap. And, the people that could to get it, just remember, Tuesday is also voter day. Go out and vote. Like, don't forget to vote because you're sitting at home playing God of War.
God of War comes out on Wednesday. It's fine.
No, it's Tuesday.
That is an
Okay.
official endorsement for Kratos for your local government. And I'm sure Christopher Judge will accept any nominations that you want to
Nah.
give him.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
It's Tuesday.
November 8th is Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday because I have that thing in Christian. Yeah.
Well,
November
Wednesdays and
Oh,
even
forget
weird
everything.
for the game to
All right.
watch.
Yeah, and
So okay, all right. So
November
public
8th is
service announcement.
Tuesday.
Public service. Oh, I might not make it to game night on Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. It comes out on Wednesday, the 9th.
What?
Which is
All right,
strange.
hold on.
I don't know why. Like, yeah, why would you do that? It's
I
it's either
got, like-
Tuesdays or Fridays now.
I got,
It's
like, a
either-
48-hour
It's always been
countdown.
Tuesdays. No,
I got
it's always
like a
been.
48-hour countdown on PlayStation. I'll have to look at that again. So yeah, but you're right. No, it's supposed to be the 9th, right?
Yeah, it's the 9th, which is a Wednesday. So I mean, like,
That's
you know,
effing
Tuesday midnight, you know, for Wednesday, then yeah, you're good.
All right.
Which
Yeah,
I
so-
will be awake. I will be awake for. I will be awake for.
Oh God, that's gonna be a rough day.
I have a very rough week coming ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a good week for me.
I'm just wondering if I could power through enough of the game to beat it before next podcast. I think I can do it.
Man, dude, I'm gonna be working from home. I'm not gonna do anything. Like my company. Oh shit! I shouldn't be saying this shit.
Yeah, you should probably.
I just got a new job. I shouldn't be saying this shit.
You should probably stop. But anyway, so all right,
Shut up while you're ahead.
go vote on Tuesday. Play God of War on Wednesday.
Also, do go vote.
Yeah.
Voting's
All
important.
right, I'm
Also
going to make
keep
an
it-
admission here. I haven't finished the first God of War game.
Something is fucking wrong with you. You
I mean,
need
well,
to
hold on.
sign the
Hold
fuck
on.
out. Can we kick this man from the podcast right now?
So
Kick this
listen,
man.
listen. We know that there's something wrong with him. We've known this for years. Well, I've known this for years. You guys are new to him, but all right. So where are we? I skipped one, went back, and then all right. So good guy Hideo Kojima has wow, English people. Hideo Kojima has rejected ridiculously high acquisition offers. He explains that he didn't found Kojima Productions because he wanted money. Rather, Kojima just wants to make what I want to make. He goes as far as to say that that so long as he's alive, he doesn't believe that he'll accept any offer to acquire Kojima Productions. Good on him. Good on him.
That is a
He might be
man
the
with
only-
money and a vision.
He might be like one of the few artists, if you could call him that, that is willing to actually do such a thing.
Yep. I mean, I'm good on him for that. Which brings us into our discussion topic here. So, which do you guys? I mean, obviously there's arguments for both sides of this, but I know which way we're going to go collectively on our side. But which is better for you? A AAA title made by a AAA massive studio dropping a massive game like, say, God of War, or a game, yeah, I know, got you on that one, or a game company that is accepting a loss in profits by continuously making a game for the players.
That's unfair. That's rude. Why did you have?
Yeah,
why did you have
that's
to? Why did you have to bring
insane.
God of War into this shit, man?
All right, so I mean, because there's
Well,
very
it's
few
only fair that if you're going to give us God of War as one example, you got to give us an example of the other side.
So I'll say like all right, I'll say like I know a lot of you guys aren't into this genre, but Path of Exile. All right, Path of Exile is a 100% free-to-play game. Every expansion, every season, everything about the game is 100% free-to-play. The way they make their money is they sell cosmetics and they sell quality of life stuff.
So I wasn't going to take
It's
it there.
Fortnite.
Yeah, I was going to take it to other games. You're talking about other games that are mid tier to lower tier. Yeah, but there's everything for the games. I was going to talk about Kena, Bridge of Spirits. I was going to talk about Senua Hellblade. I was going to talk about
Yes, Senua.
Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
What are some other things like Plague Tale?
Dust and Elysian Tale.
Mm-hmm.
From a one-man developer.
So,
Yeah.
like,
You're just-
I mean, obviously, you know, there's a perceptual, you know, which one is better. Of course, you know, from a consumer's perspective, the company that's going to fight for your loyalty is okay. CD Projekt Red prior to a year ago.
2 years
Yeah.
actually now.
Is it 2 years? So, like,
You're talking
Yeah.
about you're talking about prior Cyberpunk.
yeah, before they became trying to become the new Activision. Like
Yeah, it's
back
2.5
when,
years.
And like with Witcher, they've given me enough goodwill that it's like, okay, you fucked up once. If you learn from it, I'll let it go. But you got to prove to me you're going to learn from it first. Like that's where I sit with CD Projekt Red right now.
Facts. Apparently they have learned. You know, they got better with.
Because I mean, BioWare stumbled in some of their games in the early days, and we're like, oh, that game wasn't great, but okay, it's BioWare. They tried. You know, we just went on to the next one and said, fuck it.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
who remembers Jade Empire?
never even heard of it. We'll play.
I mean, honestly, BioWare was a great company up until
That was an Xbox game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was, and it was
it
an
was.
excellent game.
Yeah. I remember it actually. I never played it, but I know what it is.
Speaking of which, my wife surprised me the other day. So my wife is in is a leasing consultant, and sometimes when people move out, they leave a bunch of crap behind. And so she brought me. She found it in one of one of her recently vacated residences, and it was an original like see-through green Xbox. Yeah,
No shot, the brick.
yeah.
Oh my! If it had all the cables, did it have all the cables with it?
I think it's got most of them. Yeah. Hold on.
he's about to whip it. He's about to whip it out right now, everybody.
Oh yeah!
Oh shit!
Dang, man, he got a grudge whip it out. What?
Griff, what's your home address? What? Yo, remember that like they released the clear PlayStation 4s? I think it was like the anniversary editions, like 25 years or something.
Oh my goodness, bro!
How is that?
Dude, that is
mean,
iconic right there. That is like
right. Like this is going up on the shelf.
Oh my goodness!
Like we haven't seen this kind of crap since what? Early 2000s at the latest. You know, like the whole like see-through thing on the.
oh, dude, change your. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
that was the thing back then. Like, if you
Yeah.
had a console that was see through, like the controller, the whole
They did it
nine.
for the N64. The N64s were
Yes.
nasty though
Yeah.
when they did that
The-
shit.
Bro,
the-
I saw a video with this guy had like all different types of colors of every single Nintendo 64 that they came out that was clear.
Oh
It
damn!
was awesome.
Damn.
Like I had one of the OG Game Boys that did it.
Oh, I remember. I had that shit
Yeah.
too. I had the fucking Game Boys. Like I think we had like each one for like each of the kids in our family, so we had. Like,
I still had that basic
it's
gray piece of shit.
The
So
break
that-
then took, what, didn't it take like
that thing
four
was
batteries or
legit
8 batteries or
too.
something?
Yep, four
Four
double A's.
batteries and it lasted like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody
What?
pissed you off, you could beat their ass with it.
It was like a damn
8
Nokia
pixel
phone.
Mortal Kombat. Oh my goodness.
Yep. What was it?
If you got to
NBA
run and
Jam.
start, you could rob a bank with it.
Tape it to the end of a stick. You got a freaking war crime weapon.
Once you get up to speed, it's the juggernaut, bitch.
All right, so
Bro.
yeah, back on topic here. Like, I mean, like obviously we all love our AAA titles. Like, you know, obviously, you know, for 3 or 4 of us here, like we're on board with the God of War train. You know, Ghost of Tsushima. Actually, I think Ghost of Tsushima falls in line in the second category.
It
It's-
was a triple. It was AAA financed. No, Sucker Punch is a high level studio for Sony. Yeah, that's a AAA game.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It was definitely AAA financed. And now that I've realized it was Sucker Punch that did it, yeah, that's a AAA
Okay.
game.
Okay, fair enough. I just like the communication that's been coming out from the studio. I'm just like, damn, they really care about their player base. Now you just don't hear that from a AAA studio anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I
i.e., see
really don't know if there's-
Activision.
There's not really
Well,
like
think
a
about
AAA
those games that you
studio.
loved from back in the day. They weren't AAA games when they were coming out. They were just a little crap independent studio who's like, oh god, I love this game, and they became a AAA studio.
Mhm.
Or they
Once
got
they-
bought out,
yeah.
or they got bought out by a AAA studio and then forced to become part of the cog or part of the system.
It happened with Dead Space. It happened with BioWare. Pretty much all across the
I was literally about to say the same fucking thing. Dead Space was like when it first came out. Like, I mean, EA was behind it for 100%. They were fucking behind that fucking game. But I don't think it was a AAA game. It was, double A, maybe at best. They definitely put a lot of money into it, a lot of effort into it. Yeah,
the first one I will consider like a mid-tier game because it really didn't have the backing. It was a niche game. Nobody believed in it, but it had enough money to do what it needed to do.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh shit, this makes money. So the second one was kind of like they're transitioning with AAA, but then the third one's when they were like, oh, well, what if we changed some shit for you?
Yeah.
Then they went too far.
The I know better people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a graph or I have a metric.
That's not going to make us money. We need to make
Talking
money.
about Titanfall 1 and 2.
Oh my goodness.
The entire Fox, X-Men, everything. Because at some point there was somebody in a room and go, oh, it would be a great idea if we just did this. You needed to employ somebody to stand there with a stick and just hit them over the head with it every time somebody said that shit.
That should be a job. That should be a career.
Probably.
Like, it really
Call
should
it
be.
lore authority. Like, you gotta
Like-
give them a thicker stick when you go to, like, Amazon for Lord of the Rings. Like, you gotta get a tree trunk for that.
LucasArts used to do that. Like, LucasArts had an entire team of people that if you showed up with a script or an idea for a game, they would crack down and be like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Like, their entire job was to know 100% of the lore and then walk around being like, this doesn't work. Get rid of it.
They call that quality management.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's gone. Like,
Well, now they call it discrimination.
Discrimination. Fucking hell. Ah.
yeah. Oh, what's
Tell
that?
me I'm wrong.
What's that? It's oh god, I can't even think of the name of that new position that's going around that everybody's hiring, and it's basically just $40,000 down the drain for every company.
Are you talking about like project managers? Sorry.
No,
It's
no.
project managers do a shit lot. I definitely respect my
Diversity
project
and equity
managers.
officer.
That's it. That's the yeah. All you're doing is throwing money down the toilet on that position.
Oh God, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's pretty fucking funny. I definitely being like in the military, we definitely had people that were the diversity officer or whatever. It was like.
Like, I'm not saying that everybody gets where they are because of one thing or the other. I'm just saying that some people do, and when they get there, you can tell. And it don't matter what they look like. Every motherfucker does it one way or the other.
Anyway.
I'll go there. I don't give a shit.
All right. So this brings up a I think we brought this up a couple weeks ago, and I had a couple more ideas for it. Let me go back through some of our notes here. It's been a minute since we did it. So do we want to do this now, or do we want to save it for next week?
I was gonna say, do you want to touch on any of the other topics? So I know we spent a lot of time on number one, so we kind of like ran through other topics. Did you want to revisit some other topics before you went?
Not really, because like on God of War, I've gone through it. Like Diablo 4, like I know all the information available for it, and I know.
Wait a minute, hold the fuck up. Did we even talk about Diablo 4 during this show? Like tonight?
Yeah, we did.
Just
We did.
Was I
Yes, we did.
sitting there for it?
Bro, my man got Thanos snap. His memory got Thanos snap.
I definitely was not sitting here for it.
Did Will Smith show up in here with a flasher? What's going on here, man?
There's no way. Oh, yo, speaking of which, I saw Chris Rock. I saw Chris Rock a couple weeks ago, and like he definitely talked about the slap, and that was some funny ass shit.
Good.
Funny ass.
Dude, that slap excelled his career.
It really did.
He had a really good career before that, but
Well,
it's
it did.
like
It's even better now.
it's even better. It's some funny shit.
Dude,
I remember like
Will Smith smacked him so hard he got himself a divorce.
Dang.
God.
I think the slapping that caused that divorce was somebody else's hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Should have
well,
bobbed instead of weaved.
Griffcast was funny as hell.
Man,
when he
you
said
gonna
that
mess
shit.
with with your kid's friend? Really?
Well,
That's grounds
let's.
for a divorce. I don't give a shit.
I mean standards. Standards.
Sometimes,
hold on.
sometimes
There's one topic we completely skipped over.
Mm-hmm.
AMD has unveiled the RTX 7900 XT and the XTX. They look good. They look damn good, and they're actually
understatement.
yeah. They I think AMD has come through and have completely reestablished themselves as the multitasking platform.
Well, on this show, we need to set the benchmark. These don't start fires, so
Yeah, so far.
That's very true. Yeah.
So far.
So far.
God, I swear to God,
So,
I hope I'm
right
not
now-
like, I'm knocking on wood right now. I mean, she's fine.
You
She's
know,
doing
just-
great.
for
She's doing
the
good
small
things.
portion of the people who actually buy these things and they think, you know what, when I'm playing Call of Duty, you know what I want? I want some marshmallows. Go buy yourself an exploding hard drive. You guys will have fun with it for about 10
Now,
minutes.
what I'm waiting for is for all the ban waves to come in, being like, "Why was I banned?" Well, you left in the middle of a game. Well, my computer was on fire. How the hell was I supposed to know?
Fuck off.
That'd be the funniest shit ever. Just like if you just don't like a game in Call of Duty, just BRB computer on fire and be like, what?
It's not that bad. Like by the time you get your rig rebuilt anyway, your band's over.
I mean, yeah, it
and
is
you-
like, it is damn near a quarter of a freaking house down payment these days. All right, but no, like so far, like the specs look great. They're comparing it so far. Yeah, they're comparing it to the 4080 instead of the 4090.
Yeah, AMD has said that it is a 4080 comparison and not a 4090 comparison.
But if you also compare it to the 4080, it's like,
Exactly.
yeah, we could do everything that the 4080 can do on top of everything else that you want to possibly ever conceivably do while you're playing a game equivalently to the 4080.
mm-hmm. It's
Like
going.
you want to watch a 4K video while you're playing a 4K game, while you're doing this, while you're surfing the internet, while you have YouTube going, you can do that.
I'm sure the 4080 can do that too.
And I want to know like what it's going to cost. Like that. Did they put that out?
$999.
Yeah,
They capped it. I read that they were trying to keep under that $1,000 benchmark.
And that's for the XTX is $999. The XT is what, $850, $800?
$899,
Yeah.
$899, and $999.
Yeah.
But this is also not including what AIBs are going to do because sorry,
Yeah, everybody
No,
in
yeah.
my house is
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up on
yeah.
computer age, and I just keep looking at stuff going, I got to build a whole new rig for 3 people. It's just going to...
Oh God. Put your car up.
You
All
got
right,
2
so-
kidneys. You'd be alright if you lose
Yeah.
one.
I'm
The other
Irish.
thing-
I might as well have 4.
I completely derailed on that one. Where was it going?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, so
But-
this also does these specs also do include the smart sync with the AMD processors.
Oh yes, that is very attractive as well. Yeah, man, dude, they were. I haven't watched like the full press conference. I saw like the key points and everything. And I was just like, ooh, this card is actually very gorgeous. I mean, don't regret the 4090 right now. I mean,
Like-
as long as you don't catch on fire.
I was about to say, as long as they don't catch on fire, then, bro.
As long as you don't catch on fire. This, like, she's putting in fucking work. You're great. You're beautiful. Keep doing good things.
Now this
Put in
dude,
the
like every time he's
fucking
playing,
work.
every so often, he's just going to look over and go...
Oh my god, it's so bad. Like I'm telling you, like I don't want to move it. I don't even look at it. Like I don't even want to like unplug it. I don't even want to unplug the adapter just to check to
Yeah,
see
like
if it's.
don't mess with the adapter. If
I'm
it's
not-
working fine, don't touch
It's-
the effing adapter.
I'm not touching this fucking rig for
All right.
fucking
Like,
anything. I'm not
that's-
touching
You
it.
need to buy
That's
that
what
rig its
gets
own
you.
air conditioner.
Yeah, like
Bro.
I wouldn't even pull the glass off the side at this point in time.
Dude, I had like one of my fans has gotten really fucking loud. One of my fans has gotten like super fucking loud. I'm like, I can't take it anymore. So I just bought a new fan for it. But like the other day, like I took the glass off so I can unplug the fan just to see how quiet my system is. Like my system is super quiet without this fucking fan. And like it's just like the fan, like it just makes a buzzing noise. And I don't
It's
fucking
gonna
like
get
it. So-
real loud if you don't put that fan back on.
I mean, it definitely has gotten a little warmer in there. It definitely has gotten a little warmer in there, but I'd say by like maybe like 3 to 5 degrees. It's gotten like a little bit warmer. I already got a Nocta fan. Nocta? Is that how you say? Is that how you say it? Nocta? Whatever. Fuck. I got the Nocta fan for fucking thing. So I gotta put this bitch in there. So, but like I am worried. I gotta take the PC apart like a little, just like a little bit. I'm not fucking gonna move it though. I'm not gonna move it. I'm gonna do. I'm so scared. I don't want to touch it.
He's gonna be sweating like he's infusing a bomb.
Anything that comes close to this graphics card, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch the cables. I don't want to fucking move it. And it's just like, oh, she's working great.
So this brings up another question that I have. How long will you leave a landmine in your home?
I'm gonna find out. Like I had one of those nights the other night. I turned the system like all the way off, and like I saw a red light on the card, and I was like, I had to research it, and I was just like, oh yeah, the red light means like there's no power coming to it. I'm like, but like if the red light's on, that means it has a little bit of power to know that it doesn't have power because it's got to like display the light a little bit. I'm just like.
He's freaking out already, dude.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I do believe next week I'm going to bring up the discussion topic is going to be what is our most favorite underrated game. For next week. So thank you all for coming and watching. Hope you had a good time, and we will see you next week.
I want to talk about this now.
Catch us next week and help us find